All right, welcome back. It's time for us to do some shakas and shout-outs. First of all, shakas and shout-outs to Helping Hands Hawai'i. And look who's here, Susan Furuta, the president and CEO of Helping Hands Hawai'i. Aloha, Susan. How are you?
Aloha. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so wonderful to have you back. And we want to thank you guys again for being a pillar in the School Tools campaign. And today is actually the last day of the campaign. But you have an update for us today.
Yeah, so, we've been partnering the last 3 weeks with KITV. It's doing wonderfully, but we're providing school supplies to about 2,500 students. Yeah. Right now, we're probably a little over 2,000.
Oh,
yeah, so we're
nice.
doing really well, and it's still coming in. And so, the goal is $35,000, and that's going to help alleviate some of the financial burdens off of the families who, struggle every year to get school supplies for their keiki. So we bet, a mother over the weekend at our distribution event, and she and her disability basically requires her to have dialysis treatments about 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. So she cannot work. The family is living on very limited resources. So she was super grateful for coming over to our event and applying for the school supplies. We were able to provide that to her. She's so deeply grateful to all of the community support. So we cannot do that without the community, really rallying behind this campaign.
Yeah. And you just never know what a family is going through, right? I know sometimes you look at them and you automatically judge and go, oh, they look well put together. They don't need the help.
Right.
When in fact, they might be struggling deeply within the household.
Yeah, I mean, we shared, I think, with your viewers about a family that had just been coming out from domestic violence situation. This one mom had found us last weekend as well. And, sometimes when you are in a situation like that, you feel almost powerless and, maybe silenced. Yeah. But not her. She was very determined. We really loved talking with her. She advocated for herself and her kids, and she was very happy to be a part of the event and to receive the educational tools that her kids needed.
I love that. And a lot of times, we've talked about this before, as local people, sometimes we shame. And I'm just so glad that you used the word advocated for herself. And a lot of our families that are coming to the distribution events, they're advocating for their children, for the future, their future. So it's awesome that we were able to provide these tools. And we're taking a look at some of the backpacks. And, when we were at the Kalihi Elementary School and the families were receiving the backpacks, you just see the beaming faces and the joy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I know school is going to be starting up. August 5th is the official first day for public school, right?
Right, and so we're continuing to provide the school supplies to the families who, either did not sign up in time or whatever. And, this is not a one-stop thing for us. If the families need that replenishment of tools that, they run out right during the year, they do have their information with us already, so they can continue to come to our warehouse and get those replenishment supplies throughout the year.
So the School Tools campaign might come to an end today, but people can still continue to give to Helping Hands Hawai'i.
Correct, yeah. And we really appreciate all of the generosity of our community because, every dollar that you donate gives that child a chance at a really fulfilling educational experience and helps them participate in classroom activities and no shame.
Yeah,
right?
no shame.
No shame.
And who knows, your keiki might be the next president and CEO of Helping Hands Hawai'i. When Susan ready for step aside and whatnot. But anything, right? The possibilities are endless. And we thank you, Susan, and your ohana at Helping Hands Hawai'i for partnering with us.
Thank you very much.
We so appreciate it. And who knows, one of these days they could be sitting over here with Lena Girl or Uncle Davey, or even Marissa Yamane, who joins us again. She's at the Island News Desk with more stories on what we need to know for today. Hey, Marissa.